Hey guys, what's up? It's Queenie here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below because it is free. And if you're already subscribed, thank you for coming back and clicking on another video. So today I'm going to be doing, as you can see from the title, my must know, or I guess must have natural hair hacks. These are things that I sat down and thought about. I was like, these are like, if you don't know this and you have natural hair, you're really sleeping. But if you already know this, of course, comment down below what other things that you do that might help out some other naturals. Don't be like, we already know this. Someone might not know this. So I just thought I'd put a list together and help somebody out. Okay, so let's get right into this video. I'm gonna try to show you guys some clips and examples of things that I'm talking about so you guys can better understand these hacks and make sure you get your life and get it in there and that you have everything covered, okay? So the first thing is a detangling tool. So this is a brush. I guess you could call this like a tangle teaser or like the bean brush. I don't know what they're called, but basically it's a brush that has really soft bristles and it has tall ones and short ones, and it makes detangling so much easier. If you have kids that need hair brushing, you need this. Like, it is pain-free, it's fast, and it detangles. Mine is wearing out, it's getting old, so it's starting to bend out and become weaker, but a fresh one of these, girl, I don't know what a wide tooth comb is. This has saved my hair in detangling. It has minimized my shedding and breaking and has made it less painful if my hair is sensitive, my head is sensitive. And get you one of these. This is a must-have. Okay, so the second thing is bobby pins. How you can use bobby pins to make your puff bigger. I recently made a video about this, so I'm gonna insert a clip so you guys can see. Bobby pins can be placed in your hair. Like, you can really stretch out your hair, pin it, and let it go, and it'll still stay more stretched out. So I use bobby pins all throughout my puff. Let's say like one on the side, one on each side, two in the back, one in the front, and it just stretches my puff into this like round globe of beautifulness. And if you have short hair, you know that sometimes your puffs can look a little sad. And so this is the trick I use to make sure that my puff looks nice and full and a little deceitful, but you know, it's all good. So the next thing on my list is using a soap bar to clean my edges. And you're probably like, why do you need to clean your edges specifically? Well, so edges get a lot of buildup, I find, for me, because I use edge control. Sometimes I use Got to Be spray for my wigs, or Got to Be glue, or whatever it is, and or Eco Styler, and I find that the skin on my edges get a little bit of buildup. If you look closely, you might notice this as well. But if you really look into the hairs, you might see that there's a little bit of buildup on your scalp. So instead of fully washing your hair with shampoo, if you don't need to fully wash your head, but your edges are looking a little gunky, what I like to use is a soap bar. Not just any soap bar, preferably a natural soap bar. So either, you guys know I have like my turmeric soap that I always use. I can use that just because it's like a cleanser and it's natural. But what I would prefer to use is a black soap bar. It has amazing benefits to your skin, and it has great cleaning agents, and you literally just take a piece of the soap, the black soap bar, and you can just rub it on your hairline, get rid of all the buildup, and your hair will have space and room to grow and flourish, because your edges can become very depleted if there's a lot of buildup, if there's a lot of stress on them. So I make sure I clean it. Antifungal things can really help your edges. So cleaning up your hairline, making sure it's fresh, it has room to breathe, makes such a big difference. Okay, so the next thing on my list, I got a lot of questions about this. It is a continuous spray bottle. This thing right here, I've showed this enough times. If you don't have this by now, we have an issue. If you don't have this by now, we have an issue, because this can save you so much time. There's no such thing as dunking your head in the tub or the sink or whatever just to get it soaking wet. There's no such thing as having to do your hair in the shower because you can't get it soaking wet as fast. There's no mess because of this. This is basically like a mist bottle. Whew. Okay, so basically it lets out mist, or like water in a mist form, so really small particles of water, I guess you could say. And because of that, that sticks to your hair much easier than if you were using like a squirting bottle. Squirting bottles usually hit your hair and roll off, right? Am I wrong or am I right? They usually hit your hair, roll off, make a mess, drip onto your neck, onto your shirt. This, on the other hand, because it's spraying such small drops of water, I guess, it attaches to your hair a bit easier and it absorbs quickly. So it makes your hair styling process a lot faster, and there's no cramping from the for like 30 minutes with a spray bottle. So this, you push it down once and it extends, like you push it down, let's say 3 times, and it'll extend the misting. I don't know, it's like a pump. So it's a lot easier on your hand, it's a lot faster, it's a lot less messy. And again, if you don't have this, we have an issue. This is definitely a must-have when it comes to natural hair. If you don't have this, you can order this on Amazon, you can get it at the beauty supply store. You need it. You need it. Okay, so the next thing is how I prepare my hair for some serious detangling. So if I know that my hair needs a serious wash day, maybe after a wash and go like this, if I've just taken out some braids or a protective style and I'm not washing it till the next day, I will do an overnight pre-poo. I do an oil pre-poo, which is either I use, personally, I love coconut oil, but I know there's a lot of coconut oil haters out there, so another option is shea butter, which is also another amazing pre-poo. So I use either an oil, like coconut oil, olive oil, or shea butter, like right after, in my dirty hair. Like let's say after I've taken out my braids, or after I've taken off my wig and my hair needs to be washed, it's tangled, it's dirty, I will drown my hair in either one of those oils and I will sleep with it. I will sleep with that oil. And then the next morning, it makes my hair so much easier to detangle, to comb out, and to style into my next style. So this is what I call an oil pre-poo. I think pre-poos can be anything. You could buy it in the form of a product, or you can make your own. So these are just ways that I like to do that, but any of those 3 oils I swear by, and I feel like they are amazing. You can wake up the next day, your hair will be easy to comb, easy to detangle, easy to wash, and it'll feel a lot softer and stronger. So that is something, if you don't do, I would really suggest looking into it because it's very helpful. Okay, so the next thing are T-shirt pillows. So as I mentioned previously, when I like to do oil pre-poos, of course, that means you have to sleep with the oil on your head. And I guess sometimes, depends when you do it. But I like to do it overnight. So I like to sleep with the oil in my hair, which means I cannot get all that product or oil all over my bed or my pillow. So what I do is I cover my pillowcase, I dress my pillow in t-shirts. So I would probably use about 3 t-shirts, maybe 4, as much as you're comfortable with. I would dress my pillowcase, my pillow, in t-shirts, and I will show you guys how that looks like. So I basically just cover it with the shirts on each side, and I create a nice little layer, so if I were to get a little bit of leakage from my oil, then it would protect my pillow, it would protect my pillowcase and all that. And it's just old t-shirts, so I constantly use those things specifically for oil treated or oil based products, because, you know, not trying to ruin your nice pillowcases, not trying to ruin your nice sheets. So that is another thing that is very good to do. Okay, so the next thing is how I use my wig cap to fake my bun. So a lot of the times I like to do headscarves and do like turbans and like updo type headscarves, but to do that you need some hair. So now that my hair is growing, it's a little bit easier to do with my actual hair, but when my hair was shorter, I would use a wig cap to kind of hold my fake hair in place. And I will show you guys what I mean again. So I basically take the wig cap, put it on my head, and then I stuff the back of the cap with something, with either a headscarf or some bonnets. I'll just wrap them up and stuff it in my wig cap, and that will hold it in place. And then I can put my headscarf on top of that, and it'll look like I have a bun and so much hair. For the girls who have short hair, I got you. Okay, so the 9th thing on my list, we're almost there, is conditioner for edges. If you are not somebody who likes to use edge control or eco styler on your edges or hairsprays on your edges or any of those things, you can actually train your edges to lay a certain way. If you want more of a soft, natural look to your edges that isn't so aggressive, you can just train your edges to lay a certain way by using conditioner. So this is what I do. I wet my hair, my hairline, my edges, with a little bit of water, and then I go in with some conditioner and I just lay my edges with that conditioner, and I lay a scarf over that and I sleep with it. The next morning you'll find that your hair is still kind of in that position, and this is just something you constantly do, and eventually your hair will start to lay in that shape. And of course, if you brush it back, it'll probably go back completely, but it starts to train your hair to lay this way, and it's a lot more gentle and it's soft and it looks natural. It just looks like your hair is naturally growing like that. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't get dry from all the edge control and the gel and the spray and all that stuff. So that's definitely a great alternative, and if you've never tried it, I would definitely recommend trying it. I need to get back on that, honestly. Okay, so the last thing, you guys probably already know this. It's very popular here on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, then I don't know what rock you're hiding under. I'm just kidding. If you haven't seen it, then you probably just missed it, but I just wanted to say this just to reaffirm how great it is, and that is the Aztec Healing Clay Mask, or just any clay mask, and how great that is for curl definition and cleansing. When your hair is clean, your curls will pop. I am telling you. If you need more definition in your hair, I highly, highly, highly recommend trying a clay mask. And take your time with it. Use the shingling process. Rub it through, make sure each piece is covered, and when you're done, your hair should be like, you should be able to go like this with your hair and sprinkle it down, and each clump of hair should be separate. Don't do it in a way where you're clumping all your hair together, because I've also seen that and I'm like, it kind of defeats the purpose. If you do it in a way where you're shingling your hair as though you're doing a wash and go, you're raking it through slowly and you're getting each piece into its own clumps. When you wash it out after like letting it dry up and stay like that, when you wash it out, you will have definition. When you watch tutorials on it, make sure you watch ones that are being very detailed with it, because the more detailed and patient you are with that process, the better definition you'll get. Like, I could talk about this all day. So, and after you wash it out, your hair will be clean, it'll be used to being in that shape, and it'll stay defined. That is the best time, I guess, to wear your hair in its natural curl, or you can use that and take advantage of it to do a wash and go, so you can have that last longer. It's up to you, but that is definitely something that I'm like, you need to know, you need to have, you need to do it. So that is it for my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If there's one thing on this list that you didn't know, thumbs up this video, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. I hope this was helpful. This is just a quick little, you know, trying to think of different ways to be more useful on the internet. So here it is. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss videos from me. It's right beside the subscribe button. You won't miss it. Just click it and you're good to go. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. I post on there pretty frequently, and I get to interact with you guys a little bit more on there through my story and stuff. So that is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.